Good morning, everyone. I'm the Moon Mama. How are y'all doing today? Happy Monday. Today is the day governed by the moon. The moon is currently at 25 degrees of Libra, and the sun is in Cancer. So we are really in the month of being with the energy of the moon. And the moon is the energy that impacts our internal reality, what's going on inside of us. It's more than how we feel because Venus governs how we feel. It's like our heart, our emotions, our feelings, right? But the moon is your internal reality. So there's this external reality that is a real thing, and it's you see it, but then the moon is your internal reality. The sun is the external, the moon is the internal. And so now the sun is in Cancer with the internal. So we're all sort of back in the womb is what's going on this month. Everyone, we come back to our early childhood internal patterning for the purpose of being able to expand, to grow, to heal. One of the things that's most significant about being a human being is understanding that we're never supposed to be the same, really. We are supposed to we are created in a constant state of change and transformation. And so that's just who we are at our core. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to go into nature, which is the mother of us all on some level, at least of this physical world reality. And went with my girlfriend, Sine Woods, and we hiked. We went to a hot springs that was in a desert valley is what I would say. And it was beautiful because a lot of people there are nude, no clothes, and then there's some people there that have clothes on, but then there are children there as well. So it's really beautiful because you see children and nude people and adults and people with clothes on and people of all races. And California is very diverse, so there were a lot of black and brown people, not as many white people, honestly, but it was a beautiful experience. And so the Cancer energy gives us what we need to come back home to ourselves. Like really coming into the space, if you can remember, if you've had an infant or if you've been around infants, there is something about them. They are helpless and they need everything, but they are also self-contained. In those little bodies is everything that they need to become who they're here to be. In that tiny little body of 5 or 6 or 7 pound or maybe 10-pound baby, they have a heart, lungs, brain, every organ, every fiber, everything you need to become fully yourself is already there when you're born. And that is the truth of who we are. And so with the moon in Cancer, with the sun in Cancer on a moon day and the moon in Libra, the moon in Libra is the reflection. It's like looking at the world, right? And so yesterday when I sat out on nature or in nature, just my body, just my skin, and allowing the water to run through my body and the tadpoles and the river and the lake, like the lake was filled with tadpoles, which was so weird and kind of gross, but it was amazing. And then the sand soot in the bottom of my feet and looking out at the mountains and the people, just recognizing that that's what I am. I am an abundant universe. Just like the universe, the world has everything it needs for it to be fully everything. We have everything we need. I have everything I need. And so on a day like today, I have been doing the work with the Mercury in retrograde to really heal my early childhood patterns. I've been working with this incredible Jicama diamond. It's this incredible stone. Jicama, if you check it out, look it up, it detoxifies your energy and brings you to like the purest state of yourself. And so I have been working very deliberately to heal my abandonment, the places inside of myself where I have abandoned myself, where I have felt like I am not enough. and basing that upon my relationship with my mother. Because one of my stories about my mother is that she abandoned me, and that she wasn't there for me, and that she didn't do for me what I thought she should have done. And so during this month, I am working to heal that. And as a woman of color, as a black woman, I'm not a woman of color, I'm a black woman. A black woman in America, my work is to recognize the power of that journey. Ancestors coming over the Atlantic Ocean, locked in the bottom of a ship, locked in their own waste, with very little air, unable to breathe, likely unable to really rest, unaware, completely uncertain of what is ahead of them. Can you imagine? Completely unaware of where you're going or what's going on. But you are people who are deeply spiritual, deeply connected to the earth, deeply connected to everything. And so these ancestors, these forefathers and mothers that belong to me and me to them and belong to you all, we all belong to one another. They had something rich within them because they survived. And so it's my work this month to help myself and everyone tap into that power that's so unique, that's so rare, that's so cosmic, that they could survive the Middle Passage. So much so that I could be here today, 400 years later, that you could be here today, 400 years later. That is fucking power. And so I am asking us all, to look at ourselves, look at our lives, to look deeper than where we are, look beyond this experience that we're having in this country right now, coronavirus and all of these race challenges and what's going on in our government. Look beyond that, because there's something more, there's something deeper, something that got us here. And so how do we begin to source that? So spend time in nature. The moon is in the first quarter phase today in Libra. And the first quarter phase is a choice point. It's where the rubber hits the road. It's where the road splits and you have to, which direction are you going to go in? You have to up level. So we're in an opportunity today that is asking us to up level. What is it that you can do a little more? And up level doesn't have to be a big grand thing. What's the one thing that you can take on a little bit more today? For me, I am asking myself, can I be extraordinarily loyal to myself, where I truly understand that I have everything I need within me. I don't have to look outside of me for anything, for anyone, because it's all inside of me. And that will show up in my life in little ways that might seem subtle or insignificant, but they're not. That might seem like it's sort of a bother, but it's not. So pay attention to your life, pay attention to your relationships, and see where you might give in when you don't want to give in. So many of us as women, right, or especially as mothers, will do things just because to make other people happy. That's not what we're up to right now. We need to bring ourselves home to ourselves. Put your oxygen mask on yourself first. That's the theme of this month. So if you haven't joined the Mercury Retrograde course, I encourage you to do so. We are doing the work, the ritual work, to claim our energy back, to bring our energy back to ourselves. And that work is rigorous. It's not something that happens for the faint of heart. And so this Wednesday, we're going to have our final class, and we're going to do a community lacing, where we go into trance, where we go into the deepest parts of ourselves, call forth our ancestors so that we can begin to really renew our minds, really renew our ways of being, our feelings at a deep level in the energy of Cancer, because that's where it all begins. So if you'd like to join, please, you can register here in my link tree. And other than that, all is well. Happy Monday. And I hope you guys feel good today. I'm actually kind of tired from all the hiking I did yesterday. And this is chlorophyll water. All right, peace and blessings, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.